Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would sit down and I would share with you guys my hair care routine. I get so many questions asking me like what products do I use, what styling tools do I use, how do I keep my hair so healthy, how do I get volume in my hair, and so I thought I would just sit down and share with you guys like my little routine and what I've been doing, as well as now that I'm using extensions, a lot of you want to know how I blend them and so on and so forth. I am going to add a disclaimer. I am an amateur at the whole extension thing and I'm still figuring out what works best for me, so yeah, just bear with me you guys. It might be a little bit of a weird routine, I don't know, I'm sure it's a lot different than what most people do, but regardless, we are going to learn as we go, and I thought I would just take you guys through my routine as I've just had a shower, I've washed my hair, and I need to get ready for the day. So anyways you guys, let's jump into it. So in the shower, I started off with shampoo, obviously, and I used the Amika shampoo. This stuff is it's so good. I love Amika products. I received a bunch of stuff from them in like a little PR package the other day, and I was really excited because I've used their products a lot in the past and loved them. They not only work really well, but they smell amazing, and so I really love their products. And so I went in with their shampoo first, and then I followed with the toning shampoo. Now you guys, if you have blonde hair, you know that having brassy ends is like just the worst, and it really ruins that look of that nice bright blonde. And so right now, like when I went into the salon, we bleached out my hair the best we could, but obviously I started off with that like turquoise color coming into blonde, and we weren't even, like, I was told that it was going to take like 5 appointments to get me to this point, and so it was really shocking that we got me this blonde on the first like try. It was a 12-hour appointment, but we got there. And so my hair still has a little bit of brassy bits in it, but for the most part it's pretty damn platinum. And so using a good toning shampoo is so important for me to keep that hair really nice and bright and platinum looking. And so I've been trying this toning shampoo from the salon in which I actually got my hair done here in Vancouver. It's called Axis, and this is called Purple Rain, and it's a tone adjustment cleanser. And so this is actually, it has perfume-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, cruelty-free. And so I know a lot of people will really jive with products like this. This is my first time trying their purple shampoo. In the past, I've used one by Matrix, and I love it. It would make my hair so like icy and blonde and beautiful. So I was really curious to see if this would stand up to that one, and I really do like this. It does help take out the brassy bits. Now I don't know if I'm judging it based on maybe that my hair can't go any more platinum than what it already is, due to the fact that, you know, we got it so blonde on this first try. But after I use this, it is still a little bit brassy in my opinion. I know a lot of people might look at my hair when we're all done this routine and be like, holy crap, Crystal, you're one of those crazy people that sees yellow when there is no yellow. But I would say that right now with first impressions, I would say that this isn't as good as the Matrix shampoo, but I still want to give it a fair shot. I've only used it twice, and I'm just going to keep playing around with it and just see. I don't know, maybe I am one of those crazy people who just expects like platinum hair after I use a toning shampoo. But anyways, this is what I've been using, and so far I really do like it. And I will say that if you do pick this up, use a generous amount, like just like pour it on your head and go nuts. I found that to be the best, and so yes, I've been using this. And then afterwards, I always follow with a good conditioner, and I am obsessed with this conditioner. Anytime I run out of it and like purchase something different, I regret it because my hair, again, is really thick, and especially after using something like a toning shampoo, it gets really like tangled and knotty and like straw-like, and so it can be really challenging to find a conditioner that kind of breaks that down and makes it nice, smooth, and easy to work with. And so I love, I can't even explain how much I love this conditioner. This is the Dove Advanced Hair Series Regenerative Nourishment for Damaged and Over-Processed Hair. And you guys, this is amazing. The minute I stick it in my hair, it's like smooth like butter. It's insane. So I highly recommend this if you have damaged hair or over-processed hair, or even just like hair that's really challenging and gets really tangled. This stuff is lifesaver. Now I'm going to start by going through my hair and I'm just going to comb it out. I find that if I let my hair air dry, oh my god, what a disaster that is. So I always have to brush my hair out right after the shower while it's still pretty wet. Otherwise, I'm ending up with like a tangled mess that's really difficult to deal with. Right now, my hair actually feels really quite soft. Again, I drenched it in that conditioner, and I really honestly can't say enough good things about that conditioner. It has made my hair care routine so much faster, because when I have to deal with like knotted hair, especially because my hair is quite brittle right now, like we put it through a lot in my hair appointment, and even though it does feel actually quite good for how much we did to it, it's still, you want to be really careful and really gentle not to be tugging on like a freshly bleached head of hair. Otherwise you're gonna like add to the breakage, and yeah, so it's always really nice if you can get as many of the tangles out prior to having to brush it out. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to blow dry my hair. And so I've had this blow dryer for I don't even know how long, like forever. I've like lost the end bit that like protects your hair from like getting sucked in, like ripping it out, which is quite dangerous. I would not recommend using a blow dryer without the end, but unfortunately this is the one I have and it works quite well. So I just try and avoid this end like coming near my hair, otherwise it's going in there and it's just not good. So anyways, this is just, it's the Conair Ion Shine. It's the 1875. Again, nothing fancy. Literally had this for like probably the last at least close to 10 years. And so yeah, this is just what I use, and then I always use it on like full heat and full blast, because like I said, I have a lot of hair and it can take me sometimes close to half an hour to blow dry it, depending on the length and, you know, just how wet it is when I go in. Today it might not take quite as long, but, and if you guys can hear like the screaming and see my kids running behind me, they're just they're just wild. So just try and ignore that. Hopefully you guys can't hear them too loudly. Okay, you guys, so as you guys can see, yeah, I've got plenty of volume. Once I'm done blow drying my hair, I typically look a little bit like a lion, and yeah, so volume is not an issue. As you guys could see throughout that video, I was just blow drying it up. There's really no rhyme or reason as to how I do it. However, if I was to say that I had like a volume secret, it would just be that I do blow dry my hair like in an upwards motion, so the like air is blowing it upwards. I find that that helps to just give me that like lift at the root. I know a lot of people like to go in with like a round brush and get real fancy with it to like smooth out the hair, but because I'm gonna go in and style it anyways, I really don't care all that much, as well as this is gonna give it a little bit of texture as I blow dry it, and it's not gonna make it all smooth, which is gonna be perfect for when I go in with my extensions. Now I'm just gonna take a hair elastic and I'm just going to section my hair off. So I'm just gonna go from behind my ears and a little bit down, and I'm gonna pull my hair back and leave out this little bottom section. I'm gonna take one of these little tiny shoppers, the tiny little clear elastics. I'll just take this little piece, I'll put it into this pony. And I just create a little loop. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just kind of tie it in there and I make it like a little tiny like loop bun sort of thing. And this just keeps my hair like back and out of the sides of my head, so then you're not seeing those pieces poking through with my extensions. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when I wear extensions myself, and it's actually a big reason why I tend to avoid wearing extensions, is because I do find them so difficult to just blend with my hair and look natural, and I hate having to worry about people being able to notice that I'm wearing extensions throughout the day. So anyways, this is just one of the tricks that's helped me to like make it look more real. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down my first little chunk of hair to blend in with my extensions. And the extensions that I'm using are these Bellami Khaleesi extensions. These are the 280 gram 20-inch extensions in platinum. and these are really beautiful, and I absolutely love that they're the like appropriate thickness to match with my hair. Most people probably won't need 280 grams of hair. It's a lot of hair, but I do, just for it to match up with the thickness of my hair, as well as 20 inches is quite long. I did have them cut by my hairstylist, which I will leave all of her information down below as well, because she is amazing and you guys should check her out. But anyways, I'm going to start to clip these in. I am going to talk about these a little bit more as I work with them and tell you guys what I think about them and so on and so forth. But to start, I'm just going to pull down a little chunk of hair. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just pulled down a very small amount of hair. I'll show you the back. There's not a ton. I didn't take any like special time to like make sure the lines are straight or anything like that. Honestly, this routine takes me so long that I just quite frankly don't have the time to do it. As you can hear my children running through the back, there's just no time to make sure that things are perfect. So I just kind of pulled down a little bit of hair, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm going to use this Amika texture spray, and I'm just going to spray this along my roots just to help give it a little bit of extra hold and texture, and then that way when I go in and clip my extensions on top of it, they're not going to slide around. I haven't found them to slide around without doing this technique, but I just find that this helps, and that, you know, it'll just keep them in place, and I feel more confident that they're not going to move. So the Bellami extensions that I have come with 7 different wefts, and so 7 different pieces, and there are 2 pieces with 4 clips, 3 pieces with 3 clips, and 2 pieces with 2 clips. Yeah, that's right, that makes 7. I'm going in with a 4 clip first, and I was really lucky my stylist actually numbered these for me, so when I'm going in and clipping them in my head, I know exactly where they're supposed to go. So I really highly recommend you having a stylist who knows what they're doing when it comes to extensions, just helping you to like cut them properly and then like number them so you know where they're supposed to go. I found this like to be so helpful, because in the past I've had extensions, but I just kind of like wung it. I didn't have them professionally cut to like match me properly, and they did look extremely fake. And so I'm really happy that Britt did go through and number them all for me, because it's made it so much easier to go in and just know exactly where they were supposed to go. So I'm gonna go in with my first 4 clip piece, and I'm just gonna clip it along the back of my head. So that part's done, and then I'm going to leave these pieces. I know they're going to look ridiculous throughout this tutorial, but I'm going to leave them, and then I'm going to go through it and I'll just quickly style them as I do my hair, because sometimes I do find that like they'll just kind of like disappear as I go, so I might not need to style them. So I like to try and save myself some time by figuring out what needs to get styled at the very end. You guys may not be able to notice as I'm going through how small the sections I'm pulling out are, because as more hair builds up it's going to be hard to tell, but I'm taking down very small sections just because there's so many wefts of hair that I'm adding, that if we don't take down really small sections and put the extensions quite close to each other, then we're going to end up with like quite a few pieces left, and then you're going to have to put them really close to the top of your scalp, and they're going to be really noticeable as well as quite uncomfortable. And so I like to take down very small pieces of hair and add my extensions in extremely close to one another. Now I'm going to go in with my last 4 clip piece, and I'm just going to clip it in the way that I did with the previous one. As you guys can see, it's just the same like motions and technique all the way until you get to the top of your head. I'm just going to continue to take just really small little chunks of hair and continue to kind of stack those extensions on top of each other. Now I'm going to go in with my first 3-piece clip, and I'm just going to clip that on the very back and kind of stack it on top of that 4 clip that we just put in. Now I'm going to take two two-piece clips and I'm just going to add them to the sides just to add a little bit of length there. And so both of mine are like labeled 4L and 4R for like right and left, and so that really helps me to know which one is layered correctly for which side of my face. I always keep my extension like 2 fingers away from the temple and just place it back. It does end up having to kind of overlap over that back one that we put in, but because I do have so much hair, you won't even notice it once the top is down. And then this way, it's not too close to the front that if I like swipe my hair back, you're gonna see the clip. And so I always put it like 2 fingers lengths back. So before I add in the extensions to the top pieces of my hair, I'm going to go in with this little serum. This is the Dove Regenerative Nourishment Serum and Oil, and I'm just going to add that to my natural hair on top, because what I have noticed about these extensions is they're like beautifully shiny, but almost to a point where it's like it's very noticeable between my natural hair and then the extensions, and it ends up looking very fake, which again, like I said, it makes me really anxious whenever I wear extensions to feel like people are like, oh my god, look at her extensions, they're super fake. It like, I don't know, it gives me anxiety thinking that people like can tell that I am wearing extensions. So I just add this in just to help give my hair a little bit of extra boost to shine, so then it'll match up with these. I'm hoping that over the course of me using these extensions and once I wash them and stuff, that they will become a little more dull. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna try and match my hair's like natural shine up with the shine of these extensions. So now I'm gonna go kind of in like a weird triangle upward motion away from my face. And I'm just going to pull down the hair from there and then tie this up. Now I'm going to go in with my final pieces. These are 2-3 clips, and they're just going to help to kind of wrap around the back of the head and like make the back hairs that are quite short just blend in and you won't even be able to see them, as well as adding that length in the front, and that way when we pull down like our top pieces, it's going to look a lot more naturally layered. I'm going to use this Bellami. This is just their like 2-in-1 wand, and I'm going to use it to curl my hair and hopefully match it up much better with these extensions. I'm just going to pull up some of my hair just because there's a lot to be curled. So I'm just going to pull some out of the way just so that I can fully see the pieces that need to be done, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to slowly pull it down and just curl the pieces as I go. I really want to avoid adding too much curl to my hair, because I do find that if it's too curled, it's going to look really, really fake, and it's really hard to kind of like hide the layers, versus if you do like a soft beachy curl, it just kind of like makes it flow. So that's just what I've been doing whenever I'm wearing these. I'm probably going to burn myself a couple times in this, because I find that anytime I use a new like curling wand or anything like that, it typically comes with a couple burns. But what I've noticed so far is this heated up super fast. Like right now I can feel the heat coming off of it, and I just turned it on, and so I'm really impressed with that so far. I love a styling tool that heats up really quickly, because I just don't have time to like wait around. So yeah, super impressed with that. I won't speed that part up just so you guys can really see how long I held it on for, and it came out like quite curly. So with this, you would definitely want to just hold it on for a quick like couple seconds and just pull it off, because otherwise you are going to end up with way too like fat curls. One thing I'm noticing that I do kind of wish is that when dealing with hair this long, I do wish the barrel on this curling iron was longer, just because when you do place the hair as closely as I have it on the curling wand, it does make those tighter curls, which isn't exactly what I'm going for. So I'm just having to make sure I don't hold it on there for very long, otherwise I'm going to end up with like ringlets, and that is not the look I'm trying to achieve. You want to add a slight curl to these under parts, just so then they do blend in and kind of hold on to those other curls. Otherwise they're just going to kind of be straight and sticking out. But you don't want to add too much curl, because otherwise then they're going to be very noticeable as well as like kind of short curls underneath your hair. And so for these, I just do like a very quick couple seconds of them getting like nice and heated up, and then I just let them go, and then hopefully they're going to just latch on to those other curls beneath, and you're not even going to notice them. Now I pulled down the rest of my hair, and I'm going to switch gears and use a different curling wand. One thing about this curling wand is it's quite a bit shorter, like the barrel is shorter than the one I would typically use. So I'm just going to show you guys right here. So this is my Numi wand, and as you guys can see, without this like plastic tip there, this one is about 1 inch bigger, which I really need. that's what she said. But I really need the extra length, because this one is just too short, and with this length of hair, it's making my curls way too dramatic, and that's not what I want. I want them to be really nice and beachy and soft. And so I'm gonna switch over, and I'm gonna use my Numi to finish off the top, because if there's one part of my hair that I really don't want to be too like thick of curls, it's the top, because that's the part that's gonna look really ridiculous if the curls are too tight. So after I'm done curling each piece, especially on the top, I want to make sure to pull down on the curl. I don't want it to set too like tight. Again, I want my curls to be really nice and loose and beachy. One thing is they will kind of fall a little bit over the course of like the day, as well as even within the next hour or two. So I don't want to pull them out too much, but I do want to just kind of pull on them, so then when they're setting like a little bit more of the beachy wave versus too tight. Okay, so of course my camera died midst doing my hair, and so I didn't do anything additional, except for I did go in with my flat iron, and it's just this one right here. It's just like a Paul Mitchell flat iron, and so I just took it along my root area because it was so frizzy from just being washed, that I just took it along, and I would just straighten up the top of my hair, as well as I brought the straightener through and just kind of pulled it through, not all the way to the ends, just so I could keep some of that curl at the ends, but I just pulled it through just to kind of straighten it out and bring those curls down. And I'm gonna go in with some hairspray. I'm just gonna use this Redken. It's the Fashion Work 12 Versatile Hairspray. For this hair tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I just want to throw a quick disclaimer in there that I am in no way a hair professional. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just wing it. I use hair tools probably incorrectly, if there's such a thing, and the whole hair extension thing is so new to me. I've just had these for a couple weeks, and I've only just started to apply them in my hair on a day-to-day basis for the last like week, and I'm struggling, you guys. So if you guys have any like suggestions or tips as to how I can make them look more natural and blend them better with my hair, as well as like, I don't know, just make them easier, because quite frankly, extensions are very time consuming, and with me being a mom of two, which I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard my children and saw them running behind me a million times throughout this tutorial, you know, I don't have a lot of time to spend, especially on my hair. My hair has always been on a like fun bun on top of my head, and I just go out the door and I'm good. But I would love to have some more fun with my hair, and I absolutely love these extensions. I love that they completely transform my look. So if you guys have any tips for me, let me know, and I have a feeling I'll probably end up learning more from you guys from this video than you will from me. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. I will see you guys in my next tutorial.